Hey guys, it's Loves to Loom here. Today I'm going to be showing you how to create this really cool and unique French horn bracelet. This super cute design was created by Suzanne HB on YouTube, and you can find her on Instagram as Crazy Just Might Work. We work together a lot, so I'm sure you are familiar with her page, but I'll have her info below, so you can definitely check her out and give her a follow. So this design here takes approximately 130 bands or so, depending on your wrist size. And I think it's a lot of fun to make. It has a lot of really cool and unique looping steps in it. So I hope you guys like it. And without rambling on any longer, let's get started. To make this bracelet, you will want to have at least one loom. I will be using two to avoid any kind of extension. You want to have your bar pins aligned like so, and the arrows facing away from you, of course. You'll need one C-clip and your hook. And the first band you're going to want to decide on will be the border bands running up the sides. I'm going to use teal. So we're first going to lay one single band on the first center pin here, just for closing purposes. And now we will continue on with the perimeter. So we'll do one out to the left from the center and one out to the right, like so. And now we will continue up the side. So I'll start on my right side, laying one in front of the other. Very basic single chain. So for my wrist size, I will be going to the end of 2 full looms for it to fit around my wrist. My example bracelet, I tried making it a little smaller, or I stopped like a couple pins shy, and it was really too small. So 2 looms should fit perfect for me. And actually, I can't take it to the very last pin because of the way that we're going to loop. So when you get to the second to the last one, if you're going all the way down to the end, you're going to bring it in one shy of the end. It's just, that's how it works out with the looping. So be sure to do that, and then come back to the beginning, and we would do the same to the left side. Just lay your single chain all the way up, and then go in one shy of the last pin. So I'm going to get mine laid really quickly, and I will be right back. Alrighty, so when you reach the top, bring it into the center. Make sure you have left that one at the end there like that. And then we're going to come back to the beginning again. And now we're going to do another single chain, but this time we're going to just go down the center. And that is what you see on the middle, in the middle here, the gray. So I'm going to use black. And once again, very basic, just a normal single chain, one after the other. So I'm going to get this finished up really quickly once again, and then I will meet you back here in a moment. Alrighty, so I've reached the top, so it looks like this right now. So just push everything down a little bit and come back to the beginning. And now we're going to start laying some horizontal bands, and that is going to be what is the pink like dash-like things in this bracelet here. So all the light pink. I'm just going to use white. And it's a very easy setup. We're just going to start on the second row here, starting from the left, or you can even refer to it as the center, and go out to the left and out to the right. And we're going to actually do that same thing on every row. So out to the left and the right. Whoops. There we go. They didn't want to stay on. So as you can see, this part's super duper easy. Just do this until the end. Of course, the very last row will not get any because that's where your border is. So take this to as far to the top as you can go, and I will be right back. Alrighty, so this is what your loom should look like now. So once again, come back to the beginning, and we are going to lay our last layer. So this last layer is going to be what is turquoise in this one here, in the middle there. I'm going to use red. And we're going to be laying upside down V's, but we're not going to be laying them on every row. We're going to skip every other. So we're going to actually skip the first row and come up to the second. Starting on the left, you're going to bring it diagonally into the center. Same on the right side, like so. So we'll then skip this row here and come up to the next one. From the left into the center. Left into the center. So then we'll skip that row there, come up to this next row. Wherever the top of that upside down V is connecting to is the one that you do not start on. You always go up to the next row. And you just keep making upside down V's. I love how simple the laying of the bands are, but yet the design comes out with so much, like, it's so unique and has so much like cool detail. I love it. Love it. Suzanne's fabulous. So your last upside down V, you want it to connect to your border. So that's why I couldn't bring mine all the way to the end of the loom. See how it connects to the top of the border? So if you had to go into a third loom, just make sure that you're ending like so. You don't want it to be a space at the end. Alright, so it should look like that now. And now we can start looping. So push everything down and turn your loom around. Like so. So I'm going to grab one more turquoise or teal band, excuse me. And we're going to make a cap band on the front center. Just a normal cap band. Like so. And now we can start the actual looping process. So the first thing we're going to do is go in our cap band and you're going to loop your V bands forward. So there should be two of them coming forward. You can do them both at the same time, or you can grab it one at a time like I'm doing here. So top two, whoops, coming forward, like so. And now we're going to go inside this pin here, and we're going to loop the white horizontal bands. So I'm going to grab the top one, and we're going to actually bring it back to this bottom corner one, and reconnect it, like so. Do the same thing on the right side. Grab your next horizontal band, bring it down to the bottom right. Now we're going to actually go into these two pins, and we're going to grab the bottom of that white band and bring it into the center. So go inside that red band or whatever band you have there on the left pin here. Grab that white band, turn it in, and connect it to the center. Do the same on the right. Go inside that band. Grab your white band, turn it in. Now we're going to go back down to the center pin so we can loop the inside black single chain. And this is going to be looped exactly like her Ancestry bracelet. The tutorial is on my channel. So you're going to go in the cap band and grab that single band that's on the bottom there. And you're going to actually act like you're going to connect it to this center one, but don't let go. You're going to pull forward, and it's actually going to connect to the second one up here. So it should look like that. And then you're going to go inside this pin here to grab the next single bottom band, and you'll bring that forward and connect it there. So now we're going to come on this one here, grab the two top bands, or do one at a time, bring it forward. This should be your V band. Go back in. We're going to grab this horizontal band here. We're going to bring it down and stretch it to the bottom left. And grab this one and bring it to the bottom right. Like so. We're going to actually grab this band and bring it into the center. Like so. And now we actually have to do that same thing on this row. So go inside these bands here and grab your horizontal band. Bring it out diagonally to the bottom left and bottom right. We're going to go inside this band and grab this bottom white band and turn it in and do the same on the right side. Like so. So now that we have that looped, we now have to come back down to this pin here and do the same looping that we just did a moment ago. So grab that very bottom band, pull it forward as if you're going to connect it here, but skip it and you're going to connect it to the second pin. Go into this pin here, grab the bottom band and bring that forward. So we'll do that all over again. So you're kind of doing like 2 rows at one time, I guess you can consider it. So we'll start by looping the top 2 V bands forward. Come back down to this pin. We're going to loop the horizontal band, so we're going to bring them out to the bottom left and diagonally down to the bottom right. We now have to grab the side band and bring it into the center. Oh, getting stuck, sorry. Repeat on the right. We'll come up to this row here and do the same thing with our horizontal band. So grab the top one, bring it out to the diagonal left. Same on the right, bottom right. And then we're going to loop these in. Like so. So after you do the second one, you always need to come back so we can loop the bottom single chain in the center. So come back down here. The first one always gets connected to the second pin, not the first one. So put it around this one and stretch up and connect. Go back down into this one and bring that one forward. And we'll do that again. I'm going to actually lay my loom down now. I'm just fixing that because it kind of popped off a little. So after you do that first one, you need to do the same thing to the horizontal bands on the second pins. Bring them out. Go in the band to grab the bottom part of that band to bring it in. Now we need to loop the bottom middle band, so you'll come back to the first pin. And this is the band that gets looped up to the second row. Go inside here, and this goes forward. I love her looping in this. So cool. Very different and unique for sure. Okay, I had to think for a minute. so quiet. You're probably saying, so why don't you talk? But I don't know what to say. So I'm just going to do it one more time, and then I'll go off camera and finish it up. So go ahead and keep doing that. This is what it should be looking like. So I'm going to finish mine up, and then I will meet you guys back here when I reach the top. So I'm at the point of where I've just looped my last two little sections right here. So I now need to loop my last set of these single chain bands. So I'm just going to do as I normally was. Grab this one, and I'm going to skip that one and connect it to the top, which should be the end of your loom. And then just like before, the second one you just bring forward, like so. So I now have all of mine looped out, and it looks like this. So push everything down, come back to the beginning, and now we can loop our border. The border is looped just like any normal single border would be looped. So we'll start by going in the cap band, bring your top band out to the right. Same thing on the left side, like so. And then we will just go up each side. So I'll start on my right side. Doesn't matter which side you start on. Just make sure you're grabbing the very bottom band. Bring it forward. Make sure you're getting inside all of the bands that are above that very bottom. And bring it forward. And you just do that all the way up. Sure, everyone can do this part with ease. It's just a simple border band. I'm just kind of trying to speed through it because I know it's super easy. When you reach the very top, you're just going to bring it into the center, like so. And then, of course, you would come back down and do the same thing on the opposite side. And bring that up. So I'm going to get the left side looped really quick off of camera. And I'll be back in a moment. Okay, so I've reached the top of my loom. So you should have brought that into the center at the top like you did on the other side. And locate that band that we laid there in the beginning. You're going to push back everything on top on that center pin. Locate the very bottom band, bring it up, join the two together, and that's where we will attach our C-clip. So for me, I'm going to use my hook to remove everything off of the loom. The center is pretty tight, so you want to kind of pop it off one at a time. Okay, so here it is off of the loom. I love it so much. I think it is such a cool design. So to close it up, you can simply locate the C-clip and your cap band, and voila. So that is all you do. So there you have the completed French horn bracelet created by the lovely and talented Crazy Just Might Work on Instagram. You can find her on YouTube under her own channel, Suzanne HB. If you make this, you can definitely tag Crazy Just Might Work and myself, Loves to Loom. We'd love to see your rendition. And if you did like it, you can hit that like button below for us. It would definitely help us out. So we definitely appreciate you guys watching. And I will see you all at my next video. Bye.